Welkom terug. Terwyl sommiges boks as 'n gewelddadige sport beskou, is dit tegnies, uitdagend en baie goeie oefening, fisiek en psigies. Benewens die fisieke voordele van boks, help dit ook met psigiese gesondheid. Vandag kan Jan Alleman ook in die kruit klim. Witboortjie-boks of white-collar boxing is uiters gewild onder middelklas Suid-Afrikaners en mense stroom na klubs wat dit aanbied. Ek het gaan inloer by Steven Castle, eienaar van Topbox in Johannesburg. Dis die oudste boksklub in die land. Steven is die man wat Witboortjie-boks na Suid-Afrika gebring het. Steven, so this gym has an illustrious history. Is it the longest running gym in Johannesburg or South Africa?
Longest running gym. There have been gyms that have been around, but not in the same place and have changed ownership in that. This is next year in June is 24 years in the same spot. I'm not sure how I've done it, but I'm still here 24 years later, yeah.
There are many different categories to describe boxing.
Yeah.
What are they?
Okay, so fitness boxing obviously is one everybody is now doing. That's sort of just coming in and hitting the bag, hitting pads with what seems to be the trend at the moment. And then, of course, you got the sort of amateur boxing, known as amateur now, called open boxing, which is the Olympic-style boxing. And then you got professional boxing. And then, since those two were the recognized forms of boxing, we now have got the birth of white collar, which happened 10 years ago. We now have the birth of master box, which is also happening now and also recognized. So there's a lot. Boxing's had a big growth in terms of availability to people, which it never had before. So now everybody can have a piece of it, yeah.
Steven se regterhand en mede-afrigter, Willie Oberholzer, is self 'n bokser wat onlangs die sport professioneel begin beoefen het. Tussendeur sy beroep as professionele bokser, help hy witboortjie-boksers slyp. So jy het 'n ongelooflike blik op die landskap van boks, want jy was nou by al hierdie verskillende kategorieë betrokke. Maar vertel my dan nou die meriete van white-collar boxing vir enige iemand.
Dit is 'n baie goeie, ek wil sê, middelpunt vir almal. Soos jy kan hê byvoorbeeld die ouetjies wat glad nie, hulle is nie enthousiast nie, hulle wil net daai gevoel hê, of jy kry ouetjies wat miskien hulle wil fight, hulle kom nog van 'n ander sport af soos jiu-jitsu, dan wil hulle fight, maar hulle is glad nie boxing experience nie. So jy kan daarso dis 'n goeie stepping stone vir mense wat dalk van amateurs af na professioneel toe wil gaan, of dit kan iemand wees vir 'n first timer of iemand wat dalk 'n hele white collar rekord wil opbou en dan dit verder vat. So dis definitief hoe kan ek sê iets vir almal.
White collar boxing is the man in the street. A person has never had, supposedly never had any sort of experience in boxing before. So never did the amateur, never did the professional route. Discovers boxing through fitness boxing and wants to find out where and how and test himself without sort of in the sparring routine. So sparring basically would be somebody you know practicing your moves, practicing what you know. White collar, we take it to a step further where you go up against somebody you don't know. It's always the thing, like against somebody you don't know is always harder because you don't know what they're going to bring and how they fight. Where in the gym you're always with the same people training, you get to know each other. Now you get to experience that unknown, getting in the ring, come to the ring. I mean, that's one of the biggest things with white collar. It's one of the sort of prizes of it, is that for that moment you come to the ring, it's your song playing, everyone's watching you, eyes are on you, you are the center of attention, and then you got to get in there and perform. And that whole sort of feeling is what keeps people coming back to white collar. There's no winners and no losers. They just want to have that feeling of being the spotlight, having the spotlight on them. And that's, I think, what the big draw card is as well.
Honderde toeskouers woon gewoonlik Witboortjie-boks aande by. Vriende en familie van die boksers kom kyk hoe hulle dit teen mekaar uitspook. Zunaid Khan en Adam Brook is twee lede van Topbox wat onlangs hulle eerste gevegte geboks het. So Zunaid, when you started here, it was only for fitness, and little did you think ever that you were going to land in the ring.
It was purely for fitness. I still have no ambitions of ever becoming a professional fighter. It's purely for fun, and it got to a point where I had to test myself against somebody, and I was egged on by my coach.
Tell us about that night in August, the first fight.
It's a little bit nerve-wracking. You get butterflies in your tummy the whole day, building up to the fight. We don't know our fighters. We sort of see a picture of them a week before, and that's a headshot. So you don't know how tall he is, you don't know how short he is. In any case, get dressed, walk on to the ring, face off with this big Afrikaans boy from Pretoria. He's probably a head taller than me. Look around, see my family going crazy, see my friends, my employees jumping up and down. And yeah, that was probably the best feeling ever. And then it was game on.
You said that Zunaid's a friend of yours. Did you become friends in the club?
Yeah, so we met at the club. I was Zunaid's ringman for his fight and he was mine. And then we sparred together every Saturday. So, you know, I thought, well, if Zunaid can hit me and he hits pretty damn hard, then I should be okay for my fight, because I doubt the guy I was fighting could hit as hard as Zunaid. So, and it proved to be right. It was okay.
You're an engineer and now you box. How does that work?
By trade, I'm an engineer. I'm currently the Chief Technical Officer of a company called PCS Global. We deal with high-pressure clients, which put me in high-pressure situations, and I find comfort in boxing, which it teaches me how to deal with those situations on another level. Not necessarily meaning that I need to beat up my client. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it allows me to take a step back, find some space in an uncomfortable situation, and respond accordingly.
I mean, I work in corporate and a lot dealing with people. A couple of times I had to go into the office with a black eye, but it was never sore. What I really found was amazing. It's quite liberating getting punched. You know, growing up and being bullied, I was always in fear of everything. And in boxing, you know, getting punched, it was liberating to say, okay, I can get punched and I can take it and I can take it again. So come on, you can give me your best shot and I'm still here.
Your passion is quite contagious. It makes me think immediately of the term sweet science.
Definitely the sweet science.
What is it?
The sweet science, the general consensus is two stupid people jumping, trying to hit each other. It's like two dumb guys trying to smash each other. Boxing is completely not that. And if you spend the time learning the science of boxing, if I can say that, you get to understand that there's so much to it, from how to throw the punch, how to move, why are you doing it. The art of war. It's really big, it's the art of war. Outthinking your opponent. I've always called it, and I've said it many times, I've called it extreme chess. You gotta make moves. You gotta see, try this and what he does, and put the rookie there and take him with the queen. And that's what you do in boxing. There's a lot that goes into it.
Maar kyk, soos 'n jagter was sy prooi jag. En daai linker, kyk hoe ruk sy kop.
Nee, hy het geweet. Toe hy daar vir Bulpstrap was, die einde van die geveg.